All right, shalom, grace and peace, Shabbat shalom, right, to you brothers and sisters, you sincere ones out there that understand. Tonight, this Pagan Wednesday is the Holy Sabbath. I want to say Pagan Wednesday because it's not about what the pagan calendar says, it's about the ordinance of the Heavenly Father, the Sun, Moon, and Stars He gave us, right? So the topic of tonight's class, I'm Brother Amos, Priest and Block right here, and tonight's class is when is the Holy Sabbath Day, right? So let's get right into it, man. John 8:32, right? Because we need to understand this is a fourth commandment, and it can come off simple, but it's really not, right? We have to study to show ourselves approved, and give ourselves unto the Most High to get some understanding on what and how to do this. Go ahead.
Book of John, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth,
right,
and the truth shall make you free.
And ye shall know the truth, right? Who were in him we call Jesus Christ Yahweh. He shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And there's two things that they did, after the Yahweh who were in him we call Jesus Christ was killed or crucified or off this earth. They gave us one. They changed the description of Christ, as we all know when we read Revelations chapter 1. Me and Priest were talking about changed the description from a so-called black man who he is, an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, to a Caucasian man. And we got that pagan Roman calendar, man. January through December, right? What you call Greco-Roman, January to December, and we also got a Sunday through Saturday.
Yes, sir.
And that's not in the Bible. We all know that. We should know that. But the Lord, what we do have is a book called Numbers, man. So let's get right into it. How to keep the Holy Sabbath. Let's go to Psalms 19, verse 12. Man. This is very important, right? Because there's no such thing as there's no two Sabbaths, right? Or there's no way that we can keep the Sabbath when we feel like it, right? The Lord gave us a holy Sabbath. That's why I want the key word too when we're going to read in Exodus chapter 20. What did he say? Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. This is one way to do that, man. Yes, sir. We got to deal with that. Definitely. Yeah. Go ahead. Bring it
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 90, verse 12. So teach us to number our days,
right,
that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom.
And that's very important, brothers and sisters. We're talking about how to keep the Holy Sabbath day, right? And when the Holy Sabbath day is, right? So read that again.
So teach us to number our days.
So teach us to number our days. See? Number our days. That means count our days. Again, in the Bible, we will not find Sunday through Saturday. We will not find January through December. So the Lord says, teach us to number our days, to count our days, that we may do what?
That we may apply our hearts unto wisdom.
That we apply our hearts, our minds unto the wisdom of the Most High.
Right.
All right. What's the wisdom of the Most High? Let's go Sirach chapter 33 and verse 7, right? So we might apply our hearts unto wisdom. Teach us to number our days, count our days. Like we're saying tonight, it's Pagan Wednesday night, being the Sabbath. Why? Because it's night 29. According to the Bible, it don't say Wednesday night. It says night 29. It says 29. Number, account. Right? Go ahead. Sirach 33, verse 7.
Sirach 33 and verse 7. Why doeth one day excel another?
Right.
When as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun.
So that's a question, Lord. You know what I'm saying? It's asking right here. Why does one day excel another? Because the Lord said what? Teach us to number our days. So why does one day excel another when all the light of every day in the year is of the sun? Like it's Pagan Wednesday today. It's day 29 of Holy Sabbath according to the heavens. But did the sun come out today? Meaning daytime. Right? We're going to get that in Jeremiah 33, where you have daytime and nighttime, which is day season and night season. Go ahead.
By the knowledge of the Lord, they were distinguished.
Right? So when we read Psalm 90, verse 12, just now, we said, teach us to number our days that we may apply our minds, our hearts unto wisdom. And what's that wisdom? Verse 8 again.
By the knowledge of the Lord, they were distinguished.
Meaning the days. Go ahead.
And he altered seasons and feasts.
And he altered seasons and feasts. And right, when we're going to get more into the class, we're going to understand what the Lord gave us, right, by his knowledge, to understand how to get seasons and feasts. There's only one way, not the pagan calendar. Right? Go ahead.
Some of them hath he made high days and hollowed them.
Right?
And some of them have he made ordinary days.
So that's the difference by the knowledge of the Lord. Some days are holy days that he hallowed, and some are ordinary days. See, like when we read the scripture, it says 6 days shall thou labor. Right? Those are regular days. Those are ordinary days. But the seventh is the Sabbath. Right? And these other Sabbath days when you read, these other holy days or feast days when you read Leviticus chapter 23. See that? So by the knowledge of the Lord, they were distinguished. He altered seasons and feasts. Some of them have he made high days and hallowed them, and some of them have he made ordinary days, work days, man. So from there, let's go to Sirach chapter 43. Right? So how did he alter seasons and feasts? What did he use to alter seasons and feasts? Go ahead.
Sirach chapter 43 verse 6. He made the moon also to serve in her season.
You see that? He's letting us know right there. How he altered seasons and feasts? He did what?
He made the moon also to serve in her season.
Go ahead.
For a declaration of times. And a sign of the world.
A declaration of times, the moon, for seasons, times, and a sign of the world. We know that world in Isaiah 45:17, the children of Israel. Go ahead.
From the moon is the sign of feast.
And like we read in Sirach 33. See? He altered seasons and feasts. So he did what? From the what?
From the moon is the sign of feast.
So now we know we need to use, brothers and sisters, for seasons and feasts. Not the pagan calendar. Go ahead.
A light that decreased in her perfection.
Right, because every night or every day, the moon has a different phase, a different number, a different count.
Right.
Go ahead, verse 8.
The month is called by her name.
It's called after her name, right? The month is what?
Called by after her name.
Right, the month is called after her name, right? So every time in the scripture when we see moon, or we see moon or month, it means the same thing. See, the root word of month is moon. Right, so the month is called after her name. Go ahead.
Increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above,
right,
shining in the firmaments of heaven.
So the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing. Why? Again, like I just said, every day and every night has a number or a count, meaning the moon has a different phase. It's a different phase. It's not the same phase every night.
Right.
That's why we read Psalm 90 verse 12. So teach us to number our days, count our days. So we'll know exactly where we're at when the Lord's feast days come in, especially the Holy Sabbath, and from the ordinary days or the work days. Right? From there, let's go to, we get that one I was talking about real quick in Jeremiah 33. You got, different, you got night season and you got day season, just to prove that. And we're going to go to Genesis chapter 1. Right, so Jeremiah chapter 33.
Book of Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 20.
Yes, sir.
Thus saith the Lord, if you can break my covenant of the day and my covenant of the night,
right,
and that there should not be day and night in their season.
In their season. You see that? If though you can break my covenant of the day and my covenant of the night. See, day, night. I go to Genesis 1:14. Right? And that there should not be day and night in their season. So yes, we have seasons, like when it comes to spring, summer, fall, winter, also have day and night season. I mean, like right now as we're doing this class, it's night season, meaning the night season of the Holy Sabbath, right? Night 29. Right, so it's a night season, and the last Sabbath, as we call this, is the 29th, is the last Sabbath of the month. And we're going to show how many days are in a month and counting the days, like we opened up in Psalms 90, verse 12. So go ahead, Genesis 1:14.
Genesis chapter 1 and verse 14. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night.
Like we just read in Jeremiah 33. Divide the day from the night, day and night season. Go ahead.
And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
And we just read in Sirach chapter 43, right? The moon for seasons and for feasts. Right? Also here, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. You see that? So right now, this Pagan Wednesday being day 29 and tonight night 29. So what would Pagan Thursday be? What would tomorrow be? Day 30. See? And then we want to deal with this now, some brothers. We're going to also, while we're bringing this out, when is the Holy Sabbath day, we also want to try to help our brothers and sisters with the confusion out there, meaning the lies. Right? Like Preach was just saying, you got the Judges 5:11, rehearsing, or they think practice, and also like this fourth day. Let's jump up to verse 1. Genesis 1:1.
Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
Right.
And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep.
So darkness, you couldn't see. Darkness, right? Go ahead.
And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters.
Go ahead.
And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light.
So first there was darkness, and then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. So now we're seeing what? Darkness and light being formed when? The first day. Go ahead.
And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness.
So now he divided the light from the dark. Like we just read in Jeremiah 33. Night season, day season. He divided them. And it explains more. Go ahead.
And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night.
So light is daytime, day season, and the darkness he called night, which is night season. Go ahead.
And the evening and the morning were the first day.
And that's the breakdown. So evening, brothers and sisters, means nighttime. Night, darkness, evening. Evening. Not season. You got to be careful. It doesn't matter what our brothers try to run to that blue letter. Right? Strong's Concordance to get the definition of evening. The Lord says, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
Right.
So as we're reading right here in Genesis, darkness means nighttime. It doesn't mean dawning before dark.
Right. That's right, man.
So if the sun is out or it's light in the sky, it's not evening yet.
Right.
Evening is nighttime.
That's right.
Daytime means morning. It doesn't matter what the clock says. You got to understand, brother. So not only were we given a white Christ, we were given a pagan calendar, Sunday through Saturday, January through December. Right? We also gave us a clock on the wall. You see that? And they're already in the news right now talking about they're gonna stop doing it. Remember we were joking about they're gonna stop doing daylight saving time. You damn devils, you already messed up by putting trying to put a clock to measure the sun, moon, and stars. You're gonna have to keep altering the clock to try to keep it on scale. Yep. They're saying they're gonna stop doing daylight saving time. Okay, well notice right now it's already getting darker later. It started when they first did the flip earlier in this month. It was getting dark like around 7:30 p.m. Now it's getting dark at 8. It's already only been 3 weeks. What's going to happen? It's going to start getting dark at 10 p.m. at night. They're going to have to change it. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line, brothers, is this is what the heathen did. You know what I'm saying? Gave us clocks, gave us a pagan calendar. Yep. The Lord didn't give us that. Sun, moon, and stars to count and number your days. Right?
Hit that evening and morning.
And evening at being nighttime and morning being daytime. And another thing is right here.
There we go.
Go to Sirach 18:26. Because every month, brothers and sisters, it's not always evening first. Because right here it says, and the evening and the morning were the first day. That's true.
Yes, sir.
But it's not like that every month. We're going to prove that. That's why we have these boxes up here.
That's right.
See, the box up top is saying morning to evening. See, light, darkness. The second box right here, that's not square circle, but it's evening to morning. We just read it. This is your Genesis chapter 1 right here, and we're reading Sirach 18:26. Go ahead and read that.
Sirach chapter 18 verse 26.
Right.
From the morning until the evening.
Y'all hear that? Read that again.
From the morning until the evening.
So from the morning to the evening, meaning from daytime to nighttime, opposite of what we're reading in Genesis chapter 1. Go ahead.
The time is changed.
The what?
The time is changed.
So from the morning to the evening, the time is changed. Why is that? Brothers and sisters, sometimes when the new moon comes in, it's not always nighttime. Sometimes the moon becomes new at nighttime, yes. Sometimes the moon becomes new during the day season. Sometimes the moon becomes new night season. Sometimes the moon becomes new day season. So that's what we're reading right here in Sirach 18. Read that one more time, please.
From the morning until the evening, the time is changed.
Right.
And all things are soon done before the Lord.
Right, like we read in Sirach 33, 7, 8, 9. By the knowledge of the Lord, they were distinguished. Go ahead.
A wise man will fear in everything, and in the day of sinning he will beware of offense.
Right.
But a fool will not observe time.
You see that? Read that part again.
But a fool will not observe time.
A fool will not observe time. What's a fool? When you read Psalm 14:1, a fool doesn't believe in God. So it's true, sincere servants. We do believe in God, and we're going to obey the order he commanded. Right? So a fool will not observe times. You know, we ain't talking about the clock on the wall, and we're not talking about Sunday through Saturday, or we're not talking about this January through December.
Right.
A fool won't observe time, meaning what? A fool won't observe the sun, moon, and stars and count a number of their days like the Lord said. Right? So that's what we're doing. That's how you keep the holy Sabbaths, is to count the days as the Lord commanded us.
Right.
Right? So from there, man, let's go to let's get that out the way, that Judges 5:11 real quick. No, I did that just to touch. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 6:54. That's what I want to do, because it was shown on the first day of Genesis chapter 1. The first day the Lord created, right, the heavens and the earth. He created darkness and light, right? And the evening was nighttime, and the morning is daytime. Right? So he created light and darkness when? The first day. Right? To further prove, to give an understanding. Let's go ahead. So 2nd Ezra 6:54.
2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 45.
45, there you go.
Upon the fourth day.
Upon the when?
The fourth day.
Like when we read in Genesis chapter 1:14. So we read in sun, moon, stars to count our days. We are trained to think that the sun, moon, and stars were created the fourth day. But they were not. Read it again.
Upon the fourth day, thou commandest.
Thou did what?
Commandest.
Thou commandest. Go ahead.
That the sun should shine, and the moon give her light.
Right.
And the stars should be in order.
So, brothers and sisters, on the fourth day, the Lord gave the sun, moon, and stars a commandment, gave them a job to do. Go ahead.
And gave us them a charge to do service unto men that was to be made.
There we go, see? So the first day of creation, God created darkness and light. On the fourth day, he gave the sun, moon, and stars. He put them in order to tell time, to give service unto man. That's what he did the fourth day. To give service unto man. Days, seasons, times, and years. Calculation. Put them in order. Darkness and light was from the first day.
That's right.
Of creation. All right? All praise to the Most High, man. Because that fourth day, you know what I'm saying, can confuse a lot of our people, not understanding that has nothing to do with Israel keeping the Most High's holy feast days.
Right.
See? Because with that fourth day thing, we got what we got in the back of our mind? Wednesday. See? That's not in here. Right? So from there, man, let's go to Psalms 81 verse 3. And then we're gonna go to before that, I'm sorry, let's go to Leviticus 23 first. Then we'll go to Psalms. Leviticus chapter 23.
Leviticus chapter 23 verse 1.
Yes, sir.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord.
Concerning the what?
The feast of the Lord.
Right, like we read in Sirach 43. The moon for feasts. Go ahead.
Which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts.
There's that word again, feast. He made the moon for feasts. Go ahead.
6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest,
right,
and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
All praise to the Most High. Now, brothers, this is where it gets tricky. It says 6 days, we're saying feast, the moon for feast. We understand that from Sirach 43 and throughout the scriptures. Go to Psalms 81 verse 3 real quick, and we're coming back here, right? So, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation, even these are my feasts, right? He pointed the moon for feasts. Go ahead and read that.
Psalms 81 and 3. Blow up the trumpet In the new moon.
In the new moon, meaning new month. Go ahead.
In the time appointed on our solemn feast day.
And then where? Time of what?
Time appointed on our solemn feast day.
So see, now back to Leviticus chapter 23. So a time appointed on our solemn feast day. That's what feast days are, appointed times. New moon is appointed time, a feast day. Sabbath we're reading. Go ahead, Leviticus 23 verse 3 again.
6 days, Leviticus 23 and 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest.
Right.
And holy convocation.
So we understand something, brothers. So when we say 6 days shall work be done, we got to remember Psalm 90 verse 12. So teach us to number our days. Teach us to count our days. Right? So we're saying new moon, new month. What day is that? Let's get some understanding. We'll come back to Leviticus 23. Let's go to Numbers 10 and 10. And then, right, about we got to deal with this moon. Go to Numbers 10 and 10, and then we're going to go to Genesis to count so we can understand how many days are in a month. These are very important. Right? Because when is the Holy Sabbath? How to count the Sabbath? Numbers. Counting is the key to know when the Holy Sabbath day is.
Numbers 10 and 10. Also in the day of your gladness and in your solemn days.
Right. Solemn days. Go ahead.
And in the beginnings of your months.
In the when?
Beginnings of your months.
That's new moon day. The beginning of the month. New moon day. And by default, what number is that, brothers and sisters? Out of all the numbers you can think of, we know that we're going to break it down. We're going to show you that it's 30 days in a month. So 1 through 30. But when it's saying the beginning of your months, what number is that? That's the number. That's number 1. That's the first day of the month. When he said the beginning of your months, that's the beginning. Number 1. That's the first number. Go ahead.
You shall blow with the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over your sacrifice of your peace offerings, that they may be unto you for a memorial before your God. I am the Lord your God.
All praise to the Most High. So when you're saying new moon is a feast day, is a holy day, is a worship day. It's the first day of the month, first day of the moon. Like in Isaiah 66:23, from new moon to new moon and from Sabbath to Sabbath shall all flesh come to worship me. Right? Let's go to that one in Genesis to prove how many days are in a month. You need to know how many days are in a month. Because in pagan calendar, again, February say, 28 days. March says 31. Another month will say 30. Another month will say 31. Right? So what did the Lord say how many days are in the moon that he gave us for seasons and feasts? Right? Go ahead.
This is Genesis chapter 7 and verse 11.
Right.
In the 600th year of Noah's life, in the second month, in the 17th day of the month,
right,
the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were open.
Now here in Noah's life, you're saying back here in Genesis, second month, 17th day. And we understand, brothers and sisters, being servants of God and reading these holy scriptures, and we're dealing with numbers. This second month, 17th day, is not talking about February 17th. It's not. Right? The same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were open. Meaning what? It started raining. The windows of heaven were open. It started raining on the second month, 17th day. Go ahead, jump over to chapter 8 and verse 2.
Chapter 8, verse 2. The fountains also of the deep and of the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained.
Meaning it stopped raining. Go ahead.
And when the waters returned from off the earth continually, and the waters returned from off the earth continually, and after the end of the 150 days,
150 days it rained.
The waters were abated.
I mean, it stopped raining after 150 days from the second month to the 17 days when it started, and it rained for 150 days. Go ahead.
And the ark rested in the seventh month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Ararat.
Right. So then it stopped raining the 7th month on the same day, 17th day. See? For 150 days. So from the second month, 17th day, same day, to the 7th month, 17th day. How many months is that? That's 5 months. From the second month to the 7th. That's 5 months. And it rained how long? 150 days. See? So you divide 150 days by 5 months, it gives you what? The number 30.
That's right.
30 days is in a month, is in a moon. So by default, new moon day is what? New moon, new month. It gives you, if you think it, say it to yourself, if it's 30 days in a month, and you got new moon day or new month, what day is that? By default, it's day 1. The first day of the month, the first day of the moon. Right? And if the worst, let's go to Amos 8, right? Show proving that, like we read it in Numbers 10 and 10, but saying that your solemn days and your gladness of your solemn days, your solemn assemblies, shall ye blow up with trumpets. It's a solemn day. It's a holy day. It's not a work day. We're going to Amos 8:5 to prove that.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 5.
Yeah.
Saying, when will the new moon be gone?
Right.
That we may sell corn.
Right. Selling. Right. Buying and selling. Go ahead.
And the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat.
So that not only the new moon day is a holy day where there's no buying and selling, we also know the Sabbath there's no buying and selling. Right. Sit on that.
Making the ephah small and the shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit.
Right, because we know children of Israel are always some hustlers, man, trying to find a way to get over on each other or anybody.
Right.
Right. But the point is what? New moon day is a holy day, a solemn day. Another one. Let's go to Ezekiel 46:1. Right. A holy day. There's no working, no buying or selling. It's a worship day, a holy day. Right? Ezekiel 46 won't further prove that, right?
Ezekiel 46:1. Thus saith the Lord God, the gate of the inner court that looketh toward the east shall be shut the 6 working days.
Right, 6 working days. Why? Because those are ordinary days, work days. They're not worship days, right? And it don't say Sunday through Friday. It says they shall be shut 6 working days. Go ahead.
But on the Sabbath, it shall be open.
So the holy Sabbath day, it shall be open. Why? Because it's a worship day. Go ahead.
And in the day of the new moon, it shall be open.
And in the day of the new moon, it shall be open. Why? Because it's a worship day. Right? Jump down to verse 3.
Verse 3. Likewise, the people of the land shall worship at the door of this gate before the Lord in the Sabbath.
In the Sabbath, right?
And in the new moon.
In the Sabbath and in the new moons, right? Those are worship days. And the beautiful thing about this, not only is that, every month or every moon, you have a new moon day and you have Sabbaths, actually 4 within the 30-day count. That's why we have this our board back here. Teach us to number our days. 30 days in a month. So we have rows 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30. Try to make it plain to help our brothers and sisters understand, like Nehemiah 8 and 8 gave the sense and caused them to understand and read on when it's a holy Sabbath day and how to count the Sabbath, how to count your days. So I'm saying, so we know new moon. We got in red, new moon day, numero uno, number 1, new moon day, right? So now let's go to or back to Leviticus 23. Back to Leviticus chapter 23. And verse 3.
Leviticus chapter 23 and 3. 6 days shall work be done.
All right, brothers and sisters. 6 days shall work be done. Again, it's not talking about Sunday through Saturday. So how do we get these 6 days? Psalm 90 verse 12. So teach us to number our days that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Teach us to number our days. Teach us to count our days. So now we read Amos 8 and 5. We read Numbers 10 and 10. Right? New moon days. The first day of the month is a what? Holy day. A feast day. A solemn assembly. So it means what? It's not a work day. It's a holy day. Right? So when it's saying 6 days shall work be done, brothers and sisters, we got to understand this is after new moon day.
Right.
This 6 days, every time we read in the scriptures, 6 days shall work be done. To get your first Sabbath of the month, that's after new moon day.
Yep.
These are secrets.
You can't just exclude, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't see it say new moon day right here.
Right.
You can't just exclude it. Say, it's off of God's list. No, it's not. It's very much a new moon day every month. It's by default.
By default. Every month is a new moon
That's
day.
what screws them every time.
Right.
Right there, man. You just this, none included. The damn new moon day say, 6 days, 7 days Sabbath. 6 days, 7 days Sabbath. Yeah, after new moon day.
Right. After new moon day is the key. Not going by the pagan calendar saying Sunday through Saturday.
Right.
Sunday through Friday is not in the Bible.
Right, man.
It's not Sunday through Friday, brothers. So 6 days shall thou work is not Sunday through Friday.
That's right.
So new moon day is the first day of the month. Then 6 days shall work be done. Now we have it up on the board. Day 1 is new moon day.
When did that come out? This month.
That was on Pagan Wednesday.
Pagan Wednesday.
That was a Pagan Wednesday, that new moon day. See? Then you have your 6 working days, which is day 2. See? I have a number 1 up, I understand. But day 2, count your 6 working days is after new moon day. Day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. See, that's 6 working days.
Yep.
Then on the 7th day is the Sabbath. Yes. After new moon day. That's the secret. That's the Colossians 1:26, the mystery.
I know that. That's what God say. He works in mysteries. He will reveal his secrets to his servants, the prophets.
That's what he said.
Everything is a mystery in the book. He ain't gonna just get January, February, March, Sunday, Saturday through Saturday here. That's what the white man did, man. No, Most High, you can't. Like you said from the beginning, this ain't just gonna be an easy. This ain't a walk in the park, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
No, you're gonna have to seek the Most High. That's why I say seek him.
Seek. That's why I said seek him. Right. 6 days shall work be done after new moon day. Mm-hmm. But the 7th day is a Sabbath of rest, a holy convocation. That ends up being the 8th day of the month.
Right.
See, like one of our brothers up in Ohio, you said it's a count within a count. These 6 days shall work be done are within your 30-day moon. And every day of the month of the moon has different phases.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So every day is not the same when it comes to the count, when it comes to the moon phase. Right? 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest, holy convocation. You shall do no work therein. Is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. Right? So from there, let's go get that one in 2 Chronicles. I think it's at 29.
31.
29, 17.
29?
Yeah. 2 Chronicles 29, 17. Now we're going to give examples throughout the Bible, brothers and sisters, on these days. Because of the Sabbath, right? New moon day is day 1. The first Sabbath is day 8. The second Sabbath is day 15. The third Sabbath is day 22. The last Sabbath is day 29. There's 4 Sabbaths in every month within the 30 days. You have a new moon day and 4 Sabbaths within every month, every moon.
Yep.
Right? So 2 Chronicles 29, verse 17.
2 Chronicles chapter 29 and verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Now they begin on the first day of the first month to sanctify.
Right, now let's talk about the first month, but the point is the first day to do what? To sanctify. Mm-hmm. Why? Because it's new moon day. Mm-hmm. That's a feast day. It's not a working day. Go ahead.
And on the 8th day of the month.
And on the what?
The 8th day of the month.
On the 8th day of the what?
The month.
Of the month, brothers and sisters. See that?
Yep.
Yes, that's the 7th day.
That's right.
6 days shall work be done, but the 7th Sabbath, yes. But right here, after new moon day, it's saying the 8th day of the month of the 30-day count. Go ahead.
And on the 8th day of the month, they came to the porch of the Lord.
Why did they come to the porch of the Lord? It said when we started out, they began the first day to sanctify, and on the 8th day of the month, they came to the porch of the Lord to do what? To sanctify. Worship day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why the 8th day?
Yes, sir.
Why? Because that's a holy Sabbath day.
Yes, sir.
The 8th day of the 30 count, brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So they sanctified the house of the Lord in 8 days. And in the 16th day of the first month, they made an end.
And that's helps us understand again. That's what I'm saying. This is an example of the first month. But every month you have a new moon and 4 Sabbaths. Yep. But this first month, what he said, so they sanctify the house of the Lord in 8 days. Mm-hmm. And what they do? So what do we do in the first month? We sanctify 8 days? Feast of unleavened bread.
Yep.
Then it says what? And on the 16th day of the first month, they made an end. Because why? That's the end of Feast of Unleavened Bread. Feast of Unleavened Bread is the is the 8th. I'm sorry, the 15th to the 22nd.
Yes.
See what I'm saying? So on the 16th day they made why? Because that's after that 15th day.
Right. That's right.
Which is the second Sabbath.
Work day, ordinary day.
Ordinary day, 16th day. Even though it's a Feast of Unleavened Bread,
still, right.
You still got to eat unleavened, but that 16 days is a work day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That 16 days is a work day. So not only 16th day, but 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's go to Exodus 16.
Right.
See that? So we got to count, brothers and sisters. Psalm 90 verse 12 is the basic theme, understanding of how to keep the Most High's not only Holy Sabbath, but all the feast days. And this, I don't know why. Well, we have tried to understand a little bit why the Holy Sabbath is such a stumbling block, because for some reason throughout the nation, right, leaders, teachers, we know that New Moon Day, Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread, all the feast days we read Leviticus 23 is by the ordinance of the moon. But for some reason, we haven't comprehended that as a nation, because we teach this, that the Sabbath day is a feast day also. It's appointed by the moon also.
That's right.
It's not separate from the you know what I'm saying, from the moon and on a pagan calendar talking about Saturday. We got to treat the Sabbath the same way with the rest of the feast days that are appointed by the moon. Sabbath day is not Saturday. And all the rest of the feast days go by the moon. That makes no sense. Sabbath day is a feast day. Saturday is not a feast day.
That's when they'll see now when you jam them up in the wall, like against the wall like this. Now comes the see what, brother, we're rehearsing right now, man. We're just practicing, man.
So we're gonna deal with that.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord knows that. We're just practicing. See? All praise. You're doing it good. You're breaking it down beautifully, bro.
We're going to have to definitely deal with that.
You're breaking it down beautifully, bro.
We're going to have to deal with the practicing, and we're going to have to deal with that Colossians 2 and 16 before this class is over. Right? Go ahead. Exodus 16.
Exodus 16, verse 1. And they took their journey from Elim, and all the congregation of the children of Israel came unto the wilderness of Sin.
Right.
Which is between Elim and Sin. Sinai. On the 15th day of the second month.
On what day?
The 15th day of the second month. After their departing out of the land of Egypt.
Brothers and sisters, understand this. Exodus chapter 16, the understanding, the context, like religious words they like to use. The context of Exodus chapter 16 is the 15th day. This is taking place on the 15th day of the month. 15. Day 15. Jump down to verse 4.
Then said the Lord unto Moses, Behold, I will rain bread from heaven for you. And the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day.
See, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day. From what day?
The 15th.
The day 15. Going forward. So the next day will be day after day 15. No, brothers and sisters, we're just trying to help and get our brothers to understand and get over that hump. Get off that Saturday, that pagan calendar, and worship and serve the Lord in sincerity and truth on this true Sabbath. So what day comes after day 15? Day 16. Everybody should know this. Children understand that. So, and the people shall go out and gather a certain rate every day. Go ahead.
That I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no.
And the Most High is still proving us to this day, man. Because a lot of brothers and sisters have come across this information and they don't want to deal with it. They want to stay with Saturday, what's comfortable and convenient. Right? That I may prove them whether they will walk in my law or no. To hell what the pagan calendar says, to hell what America says. Right? Verse 5.
Verse 5, and it shall come to pass that on the 6th day.
On the when?
6th day.
Remember, we're talking about from when? From day 15. So on the 6th day, day 16, day 17, day 18, day 19, day 20, day 21.
Right.
That's the 6th day that he's talking about right here. So, and on the 6th, and it shall come to pass that on the 6th day, which is on day 21.
Right.
Go ahead.
That on the 6th day they shall prepare that which they bring in. And it shall be twice as much as they gather daily.
Twice as much as they gather daily. Why?
Right.
What that sound like, brothers and sisters? Prep day. Isn't that what we do before the Sabbath?
Right.
Prep day.
Right. That is not talking about a whole month from the 15th day. Like you said, 15th and 6 days after the 15th. That they gathered from the 15th day, the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21. They're gathering.
Right. And on that 21st day, that 6th day, they gather twice as much.
Right.
Because the next day, there's no gathering, there's no working, there's no buying, no selling. Why? Because it's the Holy Sabbath.
Beautiful.
Right? Now, jump down to verse 22.
Verse 22. And it came to pass that on the 6th day, they gathered twice as much bread.
And he's telling us again right there. On that 6th day is what? That's day 21. After day 15.
Yep.
Right? They gathered twice as much bread on day 21. And what's day after 21? Day 22. We know how to count. But we need to apply it and do it. And keep the Sabbath when the Lord telling us to. Right? And it came to pass that on the 6th day, they gathered twice as much, which is day 21. Go ahead.
Twice as much bread, 2 omers for one man. And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses.
Go ahead.
And he said unto them, this is that which the Lord hath said.
Which the Lord hath said. Go ahead.
Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord.
See, tomorrow. So that day 21, that he gathered twice as much. And he said tomorrow is the rest, right? Because Sabbath day is a rest.
Right.
New moon day is not a day of rest.
Yep.
See? Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord. What's that tomorrow? Day 22. See that? We have it in red right there. Day 22, go ahead.
It's a holy Sabbath unto the Lord. Bake that which you will bake today.
Today, day 21.
And see that which you will see. And that which remaineth over lay up for you to be kept until the morning.
Until the when?
Until the morning.
The next day. Which is day 22, the third Sabbath of the month.
In that morning. You see that, dog? Yeah,
that's showing, that was a morning first month. That's showing that's a morning first month,
crazy.
Man. Yeah. And how do we know that? When you jump into verse 1, it's the second month. You see that? The first and second month, all praise to the Most High, the knowledge of the Lord will distinguish. The first month, which is month of Abib, and the second month, right? It's a morning to evening monthly count, monthly season. It's a morning to evening. Don't wait for these feast days to calculate. Like Passover. Go ahead and get that real quick. Leviticus chapter 23. Let's go get the Passover. The show where we just showed you all, brothers and sisters, in Leviticus chapter in Sirach 18:26, when it says from the morning until the evening, the time is changed. Because, brothers and sisters, some months the moon becomes new, or new moon is day season. Sometimes it's night season. Before Abib, second month, and the 7th month, it's a morning first season. We're going to get that Leviticus chapter 23 and verse, 4.
Leviticus 23 and 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which he shall proclaim in their seasons.
I love that scripture because in Sirach again, 43, it talks about the moons for seasons and the moon for feasts. Go ahead, verse 5.
In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
That's how we get understanding right there. It's telling us right there in that verse. Pay attention, brothers and sisters. In the 14th day, see, day of the first month at evening. So when you got day at evening, what came first? Morning, daytime. 14th day at evening. See that? Huh?
That's gonna go ahead.
Yeah. 14th day of the first month at evening is the Lord's Passover. So like today, you have the 14th day. Not today, I'm just giving an example of the scripture right here. 14th day at even. Because morning until evening, the time is changed. You want to get that when you get that one in Exodus 2 to prove? Yeah, go in that one too, because it helps understand. It's saying day at evening, not evening and then the next and then day. Right? We're going to show another example. Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 6. And ye shall keep it until the 14th day Of the same month.
And we talking about the lamb, in verse 3, talking about, we go get our lamb for the Passover. So it's saying, and ye shall keep it until the 14th day, day season. Go ahead.
Of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
See that? That shows it right there.
Right.
Keep it up until the 14th day and kill it in the evening.
Right.
That evening is what? Passover.
Yep.
We know Passover is I would say an evening appointed time
That's
or a
right,
night feast.
Yep.
Passover ain't during the day.
Yep.
Passover's at night. 14th day
Yep.
at even.
Yep.
Day at even. That means day first. It's not always, again, like Genesis 1:1. Genesis chapter 1.
Right.
It says not always evening first for every month.
That's right, man.
And we're saying every month. Some months are evening first. Some months are morning first. So this month that we're going into, right? Like tonight, it's night 29 for our brothers and sisters that's catching this live. And we're trying to make it plain for our YouTube viewers that are catching. This Pagan Thursday night, it was day 29, night 29. Pagan, Wednesday night, day 29, night 29. Then tomorrow, which would be Pagan Thursday, will be what? Day 30. Then Thursday night is going to be what? New moon is coming in on the night season this third month coming in. So it's going to be Thursday night, evening first, to Friday. So this next month coming up, Thursday night, Friday will be night 1 and then day 1. It'll be back to an evening to morning month.
Yep.
We have to count our days, man.
That's right.
Right? And like I was saying, again, with Sirach 43:8, every month or every day, or through the months, every moon, every day has a phase. See, because some of our brothers and sisters, we get caught up into that. We have hear brothers and sisters talk about the slither, right?
Right.
Now, we got to understand, brothers and sisters, every night, every day has a number. See? So if day 15, we know is the full moon, right? And what's the opposite of full moon? Dark moon, where you can't see no light. Now, keep in mind, every day and every night has a number. So if the full moon is day 15, what number is the black moon? You got to give it a number. If you saying the slither is day 1, okay, then what day was before that? What number is before that? Just trying to get us to think, man. Every night has a number. There's no way you would say the slither is day 1 and then the full moon day 15. Your count's gonna be off.
Right.
You won't be on. See? So and I'm glad we're going into a new month so y'all can see. Okay, now again, Thursday night is gonna be new moon coming in, and Pagan Friday is gonna be new moon day. That Friday evening. Friday night, going into Friday night season will be night 2. You won't see the slither. Understand, brothers and sisters, you will not see that slither until day 2 at evening, which is going to be Saturday, Pagan Saturday night. That's when you're going to see it. You're already into the month, a day and 2.5 days. You won't know that if you're not counting. Psalm 90 verse 12. Every day and every night season has a number.
Right. That's why you have the sun come up, so you'll know you know what I'm saying?
You'll know the number.
You know what I'm saying? You're going, like, either you're going into the end of your day, or you're beginning your day. You know what I'm saying? And then that other half is the other, like, you know what I mean? The other of the 24, because it is 24.
Right.
Well, but you know what I'm saying, bro. Go ahead.
Right. Day and night season. Every day and night season has to be accounted for, meaning it has to be numbered.
Yes,
counted. Psalm 90 verse 12. You have to keep counting. So this Pagan Wednesday, day 29. Pagan Thursday is going to be day 30. Pagan Friday is going to be day 1.
Right.
You're not going to see that's one thing, every single night, you're not going to see the moon. Does that mean you stop counting?
Nope.
You can't stop counting. Just because you don't see it don't mean it's not a count.
Right. That's right, man.
All right, all praise to the Most High. Let's deal with that Judges 5:11. We're going to read it for you. Just deal with that. We're going to deal with some of the rebuttals, like we already dealt with the 4th day and 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Now let's deal with the Judges 5:11, and we're going to deal with the Colossians 2:16. All right.
Judges chapter 5, verse 11. Mm-hmm. Say, they that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water.
We know these are the Israelites that do wherever you reside, where you draw water, where you take baths, where you live. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord.
There shall they rehearse, the Israelites shall rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. We need to understand what rehearse means, brothers, so that's why we're going here. Go ahead.
Even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates.
Right. There shall they rehearse. Then we get rehearse. We're going to do with that word. And we'll rehearse what? The righteous acts of the Lord.
Yes.
See, that's the key. We're going to do with the word rehearse. But rehearsing what? The righteous acts of the Lord. Even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of the villages of Israel. What are the righteous acts we're talking about? When is the holy Sabbath day? The holy Sabbath day, the righteous acts of the Lord, man. There's only one way to keep the Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? You either pagan calendar, Saturday, Jewish man, or you're going to do what Genesis 1 and 14, what the Lord said. How to keep feasts and seasons.
That's right, man.
So now let's get this rehearsed, man. Let's go to Acts 11 and 4. All right? So we got to understand what rehearse means. Just like in the Bible, brothers and sisters, we have biblical definitions. We did a class not too long ago, biblical definition, God's definition of words, part 1 and part 2. Like, for give you all example, adoption. Does adoption mean in the Bible what America says? No. What about the heart? The heart, according to God, your mind. You know what I'm saying? But no, in America, Webster's Dictionary, you take your heart in your chest. Right? All these words. There's a lot of words in the Bible that have a biblical definition that America teaches something different.
Right.
An example, like we use Allen Iverson. We talking about practice. Practice? So we can't... Go ahead.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 11, verse 4. But Peter rehearsed the matter from the beginning and expounded it by order unto them, saying... Expounded
it? Doing what?
Unto them by order, unto them by saying.
Right. Expounded it by to them saying.
Right.
This is what rehearse means. It don't mean practice.
Right.
Right? Jump down and go to Acts 14, verse 27. So we get the biblical definition of rehearse. Man, we just rehearsing. We just practicing. Right? But the appointed times. You got to do it when the Lord said so. So we got the thing we say practicing, mean you just keep it when you want to. So, but then at the same time, that same breath, but you'll tell these religious organizations that they're worshiping the wrong day on Sunday, though.
Yep.
See, that don't make no sense. Why? Yep. They can feel like they're rehearsing too. They keeping Sunday. So now we got to get some more understanding, brothers. This is on this rehearse word. We can't use that and run like Christians talking about John 3:16.
Right.
They're running. No, they don't understand what John 3:16 means. Like a lot of our brothers in the knowledge of the truth don't know what we're just rehearsed Lord's talking about in Judges 5:11. Go ahead.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 14, verse 27. And when they were come and had gathered the church together.
Right, you know the church of the Israelites. Go ahead.
They rehearsed all that God had done with them, and how he had opened the door of faith unto the Gentiles.
Hear that? How'd they do that?
Told them about it, expounded on it.
That's it. That's what rehearse means, brothers and sisters. So we rehearse the righteous acts by teaching our brothers and sisters, let them know when the true Sabbath day is. All right, now let's get that last one. Colossians 2 and 16. There's another one that makes no sense. We got to think of it like how Christians run, or our brothers who we call Jake. What they call Jake is they call so-called Negro, Hispanic, Latino, or Israelite that don't know that they're Israel. We call them Jake. So Jake will use like John 3:16 and neither Jew nor Greek. So the same thing with our brothers and sisters in the knowledge of the truth that want to hold on to Saturday, a pagan Roman god, which is not in the Bible. When the Lord said, teach us to number our days. So we can't use scriptures like this to try to run to what have no understanding, to justify going contrary to the laws of God. Go ahead.
Colossians 2:16. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink, or in respect of an holy day, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days.
Right. See that? So see, let no man therefore judge you. See, this is just so many ways we can go with this. Because the word judge right there, that's misconstrued. We know Jake misconstrued that. And our brothers and sisters in the truth, we should know what this word judge means. It don't mean judgment.
Right.
It goes along with correction and warning. Right? Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink. Now, meat and drink, that means we can eat whatever foods we want to eat. We can eat cat, rat, and dog. We can eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. Because it's all over the place. Because it's really going into, like we preached brought out a while ago, this goes into animal sacrifices.
That's right.
Man.
That's right, man. That's right.
See, you ain't talking about you can keep Saturday or you can keep the Sabbath whenever you feel like it. You can rehearse it long as you. What one brother said, what one brother said,
as long as you honor it.
Long as you honor it. Honor what? You can't honor paganism.
Right.
The Lord ain't dealing with that. We can't serve the Lord the way we want to.
They think he sees it. He sees it. He sees you're trying to do it the right way. So long as you're trying to honor it, he sees it. No.
That's garbage. No, he see you're hard-headed and stiff-necked and don't want to deal when the Sabbath, when the understanding comes out, you're rejecting it. Right. That's what he sees. Right? In meat or in drink or in respect of an holy day or of a new moon or a Sabbath days. We understand, man, and who is writing this? Paul. Speaking to what? Israelites in Colossae. All right, and what happened to the Israelites? Why is Paul sent to them? You remember the Greek captivity? Worshiping other gods, idolatry, calling the Israelites to come back and keep the holy feasts of the Lord that we were Hellenized and discontinued from. Right. Neither was it lawful for the Jews to keep a Sabbath day or to profess themselves at all to be a Jew. They were put to death. Right. Paul is calling them back. Anyway, anything you got more on that right there?
Right.
We just about to close.
Let's say verse 17. I'm gonna get to verse 17 because it's a continuation of verse 16. This is how we know it's animal sacrifices, right? Which are a shadow of things to come, but the body is of Christ. See that? The reason why I said the body is of Christ because he was that ultimate sacrifice. No more sacrifice after him, which are a shadow of things to come. Shadow of things meaning a reflection of things to come. And when he comes back on the earth, his second time to gather his people, right? Let's go to Hebrews chapter 8 real quick. 8. We're going to prove it. Which are a shadow of things to come. Hebrews chapter 8 and verse 5. We'll start at 5.
All right. Hebrews chapter 8 verse 5. Who serve unto the example and shadow of heavenly things.
The shadow of heavenly things, meaning because whatever's done in heaven is done on earth. His will be done on earth. That's the Lord's Prayer. He said, right? Go ahead.
As Moses was admonished of God when he was about to make the tabernacle.
He was admonished, meaning he was warned, heavily warned about from God. Go ahead.
For see, saith he, that thou make all things according to the pattern showed to thee in the mount.
Because the same thing is being done in heaven as on earth. Go ahead.
But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises.
Right, and it's talking about Christ, right, with that sacrifice, right? Let's go to 10 and 1. Hebrews 10 and 1, right? We just want to bring up that shadow of things to come. That means a reflection of the heavenly things, right? That's all that means, right? And that shadow of things to come, meaning it's going to be done doing animal sacrifice when Christ returns, not now. That's done away with. Christ is that ultimate sacrifice. So that Colossians 2:16 is talking about sacrifice. Go ahead. Right. Hebrews 10 and 1.
Hebrews 10 verse 1. For the law, having a shadow of things, of good things to come.
See that? The law mentioned animal sacrifice, having a shadow of good things to come, a reflection of good things to come. Go ahead.
And not the very image of the things.
Right.
Can never, with those sacrifices, what they offered year by year continually, make the comers thereunto perfect.
See? It's talking about sacrifices. It couldn't make them perfect, man. So Christ had to come on the scene. Those things are going to be a shadow of things to come once Christ subdue all other nations under him, man. Then we'll be, the Heavenly Father get that sweet savor again, man. Right now, he don't want it. That's what it's saying, man. That's talking about animal sacrifice. Colossians 2:16. It has nothing to do with, hey, man, honor paganism when you want to on Pagan Saturday, or you could do it how the Lord said do it. Yeah, man, no. Do it only how the Lord said do it. Right. Let God be true and every man a liar, man.
Exactly. All praise
all on that.
From there, let's go to Isaiah 66:23. Like you said, shadow of things to come. Isaiah 66:23. All right. So all praise to the Most High. We hope brothers and sisters out there get edified and our sincerity and truth. The sincere ones, right, are going to search this out and going to keep this true holy Sabbath. Right? The other one's going to run to my fourth day, to my Genesis 5:11, call my Colossians 2:16. You sound like a fake Christian. To my Jew know Greek in John 3:16. Mm-hmm. Right? Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 66, verse 23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another.
Right? And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, new moon day, month to month. Go ahead.
And from one Sabbath to another.
That's day 8, day 15, day 22, and day 29 of the month. Go ahead.
Shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord.
Saith who?
Saith the Lord.
And that's the only way. That's the true holy way to keep new moons and Sabbaths. Mm-hmm. By the ordinance of the moon, which he altered, what he used, he gave us, appointed us to keep seasons and feasts. Man, right?
Yep.
So from there, man, let's go back to Psalms 90, verse 12. Read that one more time, and we're gonna bring 1 Chronicles 23:31 to go right along with that, man. Well, brothers and sisters, was writing these scriptures down. If not, go back. Rewind it, come back to the beginning, write your precepts down, go through them, count the days. Every night, every day has a number. You got to count them. Go ahead.
Psalms 90 and 12. So teach us to number our days.
Right, to count our days. Go ahead.
That we may apply our hearts unto wisdom.
All praise to the Most High. This Pagan Wednesday is day 29. Tomorrow, Pagan Thursday, will be day 30. The next day, Pagan Friday, will be day 1, New Moon Day. Then you count your 6 working days. This Pagan Saturday is going to be day 2. It's not the Sabbath, it's day 2. All right? 1 Chronicles 23:31.
1 Chronicles 23 and verse 31. Mm-hmm. And to offer all burnt sacrifices unto the Lord in the Sabbaths.
Right.
And in the new moons. And on the set feast by number.
By how?
By number.
By number, by counting. Like we just read in Psalm 90 verse 12. Sabbaths, new moons, and set feasts by number. Give you another quick set feast like we just read earlier. In Leviticus 23 will be Passover. Mm-hmm. Passover was what? 14th day at even. That's the set number. Mm-hmm. There's no other number for Passover.
Right.
Right? Set feast by number. Go ahead.
According to the order commanded unto them continually before the Lord.
Like the scriptures all that we read. According to the order commanded from the Most High. Sun, moon, and stars. Count your number. Count your days. Know when the feast day is. The moon is 4 seasons and feasts. Mm-hmm. Not just spring, summer, winter, and fall, but also day and night season. Tonight again is night 29, the last Sabbath of the month. Last holy Sabbath of this month. Right? So all praise to the Most High. Close out, man, Ezekiel 44 and 24, man, because it's very important for our brothers and sisters to understand it's the 4th commandment. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Right? And these scriptures, I'm just going to give you all to write down why it's a mystery and why the Lord commanded us to remember. Esau wasn't going to give us no damn calendar for the Israelites to keep the Sabbath. But keep lying, calling you African American, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican. God love everybody, but give you the true Sabbath to my Saturday, which we say is the Jewish man's Sabbath. You see? So write these scriptures down. Hosea 2 and 11. Write down Lamentations 2 and 6. The reason why the Sabbath day, the holy Sabbath, is not common in the earth for the Israelites to find it. But the Lord left us the scriptures and precepts to find it. Go ahead. Ezekiel 44:24.
Ezekiel 44 and verse 24. Mm-hmm. And in controversy, they shall stand in judgment.
In controversy, they shall stand in judgment. Man, the true servant's going to do that. Got to contend for the faith. Go ahead.
And they shall judge it according to my judgment.
See that?
And they shall keep my laws and my statutes.
Right.
And all my assemblies. And they shall hallow my Sabbaths.
And they shall do what?
Hallow my Sabbaths.
And all praise to the Most High. So we know we have to hallow the Sabbaths, which are appointed by the moon, feast days, seasons. Right? All praise to the Most High. Some brothers and sisters out there got edified. Proves the weeks was counted from the moon. Samuel 20 and 5. All praise for King for that precept, man. Psalm 25. And David said unto Jonathan, behold, tomorrow is the new moon, and I should not fail to sit with the king at meat, but let me go that I may hide myself in the... See, that's what all praises, bro. New moon day is that first day. Day 2 is not a holy day. It's not a worship day. They just this month coming up, Pagan Saturday is going to be day 2. Which means the next following Saturday is going to be what? Day 9. And then the one after that is going to be day 16. And the one after that is going to be day 23. It's not a holy Sabbath. Right? Right, so all praise to the Most High. Some brothers out there got edified. Shabbat Shalom, meanwhile, it's the 29th night, right, of this month, right? Shabbat Shalom, grace and peace. Share with your brothers and